The first Epistle of Clement to the Corinthians.
References to Clement's first epistle to the Corinthians. Clement was a disciple of Peter and afterwards Bishop of Rome. Clemens Alexandrinus calls him an apostle. Jerome says he was an apostolic man, and Rufinus that he was almost an apostle. Eusebius calls this the wonderful Epistle of St. Clement, and says that it was publicly read in the assemblies of the primitive church. It is included in one of the ancient collections of the Canon Scripture. Its genuineness has been much questioned, particularly by Photius, patriarch of Constantinople, in the 9th century, who objects that Clement speaks of worlds beyond the ocean, that he has not written worthily of the divinity of Christ, and that to prove the possibility of a future resurrection, he introduces the fabulous story of the phœnix's revival from its own ashes. To the latter objection, Archbishop Wake replies that the generality of the ancient fathers have made use of the same instance in proof of the same point, and asks, if St. Clement really believed that there was such a bird, and that it did revive out of the cinders of the body after burning, where was the great harm either in giving credit to such a wonder, or believing it, to make rich a use as he here does of it. The present is Archbishop's translation from the ancient Greek copy of the Epistle, which is at the end of the celebrated Alexandrine manuscript of the Septuagint and New Testament, presented by Cyril, patriarch of Alexandria, to King Charles I, now in the British Museum. The Archbishop, in prefacing his translation, esteems it a great blessing that his Epistle was at last so happily found out, for the increase and confirmation both of our faith and our charity.